right? And that's something that I think makes these drafts really interesting. I do really worry about Casey's ability to fight team fights later on, even with the, I think, great disengage that they have with the...
Here in game number 1.
Yeah, what if it wasn't Summoner's Rift?
I know. What if we like...
Turns out, surprise, it's Aaron. We have a free bot here, so this actually kind of has to work.
Well, see whether it does. Zeus, only level 5, wants to try and cook this wave as best he can, but he doesn't have the equalizer. There's the flash. As Kana, yep, to the skies. Targum is tanking things up beautifully. Peanut now with one of these Void Grubs remaining. Now Peanut diving in. There's the two-man pulverizes. Yikes, in a bit of trouble. Zeka, he'll turn up. Doesn't have Emperor's Divide back available just yet as the Void Seeker barely going wide. Conquering Sands not finding the mark either, as this tree is looking pretty durable, but not durable enough. Margin that I was expecting it to be when I looked down there. As here's a flash pulverize. Killer Instinct from Viper all the way behind the KC bottom lane, and Peanut throws out the Cyclone for fun. The bullet time. Yeah, so there is one of them. Vladdy going to be getting towards the top side of this fight. These grubs going to be split as there's the Weaver's Wall. In goes Delight, but he gets flung back immediately. That cow is a stake immediately. And Peanut just wanted to be cheeky. Will be able to grab another grub here, and now they're looking to try and exit the fight. Peanut's going to need to flash preemptively there as well, not wanting to get twisted advanced on, as Nimbus Strike will be able to buy him a bit of space. Anna catches up there, and a Cyclone going to be used defensively. Unfortunately, Vitagomus doesn't make it in, but it doesn't matter, and Zeka whiffs the ultimate threat just yet.
Delight is in that back brush last time we saw him, so he's been waiting there for quite a long time. He's going to be looking.
Yeah, Vladdy does have the rocks on the ground, so can't actually use them to stop that headbutt. The flash forward from Viper, and that will be a kill. That means the answer comes through, and everything very even, as once again Delight is pulverizing. Kaliss going to get stunned up there by the trample, and he is dead.
One item on either side, but I think Helm alive. They're going to be feeling amazing. That Triforce on Peanut is big.
Well, there's the Nature's Grasp. Cyclone there for Peanut as well, as the Rift Herald is being ignored. Down comes the Rumble as well. Equalizer not in the most...
Actually take this fight, but we'll cancel the recall now.
He cancels it. We'll be able to get that point-blank harpoon as the flash out from Kana. Flash to immediately follow there from Zeus, and he just cooks him.
I just don't know if they're ever going to get to this pit. Look at the light there.
It's going down so incredibly quickly. Viper, yeah, no, it is just gone. Yes, they see it, but that's all they're going to see is Delight going to cancel all of that CC with his ultimate, and now realizing that they weren't actually going to go for a fight. It might be that they can get the cow, although he just flashes, gets himself out of there. Just behind him, Yikes moving in. Throws down the ulti as Zaya says, well, I guess I'm not going that direction. Now realizing, I think, that he's probably going to be dead, as there are rocks all over the ground. He gets flung back
there from KC, punishing the side lane.
Well, Weaver's Wall going to come through here once again. Vladdy looking for an opportunity. Seismic shove going to hit onto Viper, and the Shock Blast to follow up. That punishment just insane, as he's still burning down, sitting at about 150, and he's going to have to blast cone his way out of this one. The rest of HLE just trying to play defense, as I don't think Delight is going to be as lucky as his AD carry. We'll have a pulverize, I think. Yeah, there it is, and then he's dead. And so the Drake gonna go.
They get the Dragon, but the Calist.
Oh dear, there's a Cyclone. Zeka gonna turn up. These Sand Soldiers doing some work. Doesn't actually hit Calist with the ult though. Only onto Targamas, as now the Nature's Grasp. The flash from Zeka is aggressive, but the Seismic Shove is better, and Zeka will be taken down. Twisted Advance does it, but now Zeus is going to turn up the equalizer. He's going to soften them up and then knock him down. Kana goes to the skies, looks to get some revenge against Zeus, but Yike is so far in. Now doing battle against a Delight that's only just come back, and Peanut wants to get some revenge himself. Behind enemy lines is this tree, and Yike should be falling, although he makes it back to the rest of his team. He's running, and it's actually Delight that falls eventually. He does go down, but I'd say that there should be a worth in all chat. There's another teleport to bring Zeus into this mid lane, as he's booking it towards Kana once again. Kaliss will have the damage though, and Zeus is just gonna fall.
They do have to be aware of the flash timers though. Both Viper and Kaliss spent their flash, but Delight has his.
Yeah, Headbutt Pulp comes in. Targamas should be able to make it towards Vlad if he wants to, but instead they turn it around. There's the shutdown onto Peanut. Delight has to get the heck out of there. Weaver's Wall comes through. But I think they've already
won. There are still a lot of teamfight ultimates available. Zeus, Zeka, Viper, and Delight, all of theirs available.
Oh, wow. Blowing the stopwatch very early here to Zeus as the equalizer comes down. Delight looking for an angle. In goes Zeka. Finds two with the ulti, but immediately he's thrown around. Does go into stasis. eventually. Viper taken down. Zeus, the last man standing. He's got a flamethrower, but no hope. It's a double for Yike, and there goes the Baron. Gonna have to find something in the tank here if they want to win this one, as Nature's Grasp comes through once again. There's a wall there as well. The bullet time comes down as this Unbreakable Will is going to need to be exactly that, as Delight utilizes it to get rid of a whole lot of damage. But now the Equalizer coming down. The quickness comes through from Targamas, not able to get on top of Peanut, but that doesn't matter. Empress once again hits 2. It's a double for Vladdy though on the other side. Cannon going to be taken down, and now Zeus is looking to chase after Targamas and Yike. He has to sacrifice himself, but now it's Viper and Zeka chasing after the remainders of the Baron, as Yike should be chased out here by the Pigeon Man. And Targamas, I think he's probably going to be fast enough to get out as Yike. He's on vision. He's got that little sapling down though, and we're going to need a shifting sands from Zeka to be able to catch up to this guy. And twisted advance. Pigeon getting involved now as well, as Zeka throws out some sand soldiers. This dragon already down to 50%. Yike wanting to move on over. Let's see whether this Nature's Grasp comes down. The Equalizer is going to be preemptive though, as Delight going to get rooted, does have his Unbreakable Will, and HLE, you can just get them yourselves out, but instead they're looking for a team fight as Zeka finds some sand soldiers. The quickness going to get interrupted, and the charge comes through, knocked up as well, but he just shifts the sands, gets himself out. TP. Now without Delight, they're going to teleport on top to see whether they can take down HLE. Vladdy gonna get harpooned. He looks for some of these shots as Zeka goes golden with that Zhonya's, and in the meantime, Peanut is just gonna get melted. 2-man on the Emperor's Divide is not quite good enough, as Kali's taking the damage here, as the GA is gonna be popped as well. Man, that Bloodthirster looks completely broken as he one-taps Viper. I don't think they're gonna be able to do it, as Delight just needs to try and get in there and stop this wave from getting towards these Nexus turrets. I just don't think he's going to be able to do it. What is he going to do? Like, moo aggressively in their direction? I don't think that's going to happen. Trying to headbutt Callista away does make a fair bit of sense here, as down goes Delight, and look at this. These turrets do not last long enough at all. The first Nexus claimed will be that of HLE's after they chose the blue side here in game 1.
And the home for life game.
But because they were trying to choose, or they were going in, or they were getting caught out, it looked
Kana, you know, obviously playing his Aatrox, you know, you talked about kind of pinching these pools. He's been 2-0 so far on it. He beat CFO with it. Also got a win against TES, so has been looking pretty good on it. So fast, and you don't really have to interact with them. So it's always these early pressures that he's able to put on with it, whether he's going through mid.
It's going to be the wall that he goes through as he heads down towards the Scuttle Crab. And you can see here on this bottom side, it's a slight advantage as Chains of Corruption do fly forward. Callista, a lot of pressure on him right now as, even that piercing arrow as the flash has to come out. Glacial
after the previous game, though, is how good the team fighting looked as Targamas.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption smashed into the wall there as well, and he decides to turn it into a bit of an engage because he has nowhere else to go. That's first blood somehow here at 12.5 minutes.
Yet, as Zeus should be fine here still. I don't think there's enough people nearby.
Does need to hit this tower a couple of times before he makes his way out, as he flashes, actually. Not sure about that one, as the Nara into the wall. He hits the Mega as Delight comes over. The redemption coming down, though, as Yike looking to try and protect his top laner. But with Peanut in the area, they might be able to get something done, but Delight is just being given up for the Ghost.
He's dead.
And it looks like KC are going to be able to finally strike back in this game, answering that first blood with a kill of their own.
That's actually huge as well, but they're going to look for Khalees.
Yep, ulti comes through from Zeka here as Khalees taking a fair bit of damage, but not going to be hit by everything. Zeka needed to land that other one. Piercing arrow going to go wide there, working out, although it might be enough to kill Zeus, like you were saying. See whether he can crush his way out of it. There's enough CC here as Vladdy is getting the same treatment as the Glacial Fissure, almost what finishes him off there, as Zeus will get taken down as well. Peanut in the meantime. That range that we were talking about from Viper really a factor here. As there's the Hex Flash in from Targamas, but he's melting. They kind of ignore him here as he gets stunned up. Chains of Corruption do go wide though, as Delight taking a lot of damage. But the poke, the artillery fire here from Viper is just ludicrous, and Callista getting thrown out of the battle. Zeus still extremely healthy. Zeka on this flank angle, and they will be able to take the soul, but one more can they get? Exactly right. Zeka finding almost everyone with that one as down goes Vladdy. Canna just realizing that someone will have to die. It may as well be him as Zeka gets another one in the fight. Zeka is looking really, really good. And this is not his flavor of champion either, as Peanut looking aggressive, finds the Impale. They're happy to just grab any target as Daisy and Targamas both going down in unison. And Zeus is just zoning everyone away. Yike segmented off as well. He'll just explode.
And they can even go for Vladdy at the same time. He gets tagged.
Yeah, Winter's Bite coming on through there as there's the stun. And Vladdy going to be taking a lot of damage. Does manage to, well, he is now moving the wrong direction. Or is it the right direction? Yeah, Cloud Soul is also just kind of obscene.
He's fine.
As, yeah, Callista is the one that's in trouble as the Impale comes through. Zeka there for the follow-up damage. And this Ezreal nowhere he can go, and Zeus turns it into an engage opportunity onto Vladdy. That's, I think, demonstrating just how far behind KC are this game as they'll move up towards this inhibitor on the top side. The base just in ruins. As HLE, I think they're done here with game number 2. They're going to make it a best of 3 as they take down the second. As KC pretty happy. They have that one game buffer. They can use this as an opportunity to go back to the drawing board and figure something else out. But this one was all HLE all the time. And this team looks real angry with dropping a game in this series.
Yeah, Nexus, I think, ends up falling to mostly minions.
The way they've gotten massive leads, but in this game we went back to full LCK, slow, tempo-based play. You got
quite strong, you know. It's an interesting pick. I do think it's difficult to play out in the team fights, but you're looking towards things like the Sejuani, who normally is going, you know, in towards Heartsteel and stuff like that, so it's a lot of HP. If you can
home turf is completely ridiculous. Very, very impressive. It's as if they have a megaphone. That should mean Peanut's able to grab at least 2 of them. This third one, not going to happen, as it's a good shattering strike there as the base breaker going to come on through. Only level 4 here from Delight, but he's got the Haymaker to keep himself alive. That's still going to be first blood going over to HLE, and it's Zeka that picks it up. Yike should be able to kill Delight. I say should. He's going to need another auto attack, maybe a Q. The Winter's Wrath is enough to get that one done. But Canna's now in trouble. The Leap Strike will take him out. And Vladdy, can you be the hero? That's the question. Finding a death rate, getting a little bit done here, and Yike looks like he's not done just yet. Leap Strike is going to be up for Zeus as the Winter's Wrath not going to find any be able to contest. As you can see, pushed under the turret is the bottom lane here of KC. As Yike is going to face check. Facebreaker is going to come through as well. As Yike gets into the brush, does manage to take his red buff, but there's the knock-up. And in comes Zeka. He lands the chain, but Delight goes down first.
Here to Zeka, though.
Oh dear, Glacial Prison that he just picked up as well. And now Vladdy is just dead. Peanut able to come on through with the...
I mean, it's just a little bit greedy. I think he was mismanaging the time there. He's thinking, you know, I can get in and actually clear this wave. Kalisto.
Yeah, Facebreaker onto both of them. Cannon Barrage is there. It's a flash away from the crash down. Targamas only level 5, but it doesn't actually matter. Yike actually in the perfect position. And Kalis says, yep, I'll just bait you in. But now Zeka looking for even more. Wind becomes lightning. Zeka just, throws out the dash cannon. And now Yike is in trouble as well. The knock-up comes through. Peanut is able to take down Targamas. And now Yike hit by the Haymaker. Zeka has enough damage, and it's a double. Looking to set up for that style of play as the arrow is going to connect onto Kalist. Peanut moving in as well. Facebreaker, fantastic. There's the superplexes. Oh my God! The Magnet Storm's so good. Yike has been in the perfect positions, and Delight going to be going down as well. Yike finally falls, but Zeka is a raid boss. He's just too strong. And this duo cannot be beaten. It's Zeka.
Oh, Targamas.
Yeah, Targamas in a little bit of trouble. That is a beautiful arrow, but doesn't actually do too much here as Vladdy getting pushed around. Once again, though, KC holding themselves together. Another suplex from Delight, who gets a Haymaker for the big old shield and uses that to take down his opposite number. It's a 1-for-1 trade in the end as, oh God, yeah, there's those Bash brothers we were talking about. Vladdy is going to bear the brunt of that as Zeka underneath the turret isn't worried at all. The curtains have been called as Viper wanting to get that fancy footwork out and Peanut needing to block at least one of them. Viper now looking for even more, and there it is, Yike finally taking him down. Peanut grabbing yet another kill.
Oh my God, has he been on a mission in game 2 and 3, and now Vladdy in trouble again.
Oh no, it's the Bash Brothers at it again. It's Peanut down here towards the bottom side, and oh
Zeka and Peanut are just ramping it up. And we talked last game about how, they said, you know what, we're not going to skirmish anymore. This game is the opposite. TP's coming in, they're battling again.
Let's see whether Zeus can survive this one. Another arrow is going to sail by majestically, and down goes the Jax. But now Zeka has turned up, and so has the rest of the gang. Facebreaker comes through. Yike gives him the thumbs up. I think he knows that he's well and truly dead. Peanut wanting to take down Canna at the same time. He's going the wrong direction. Takes a while to get through Yike there, as well as the audacious charge. Wind Becomes Lightning actually missing onto Canna there, as we could see. And Targamas, I think you might just be more food for HLE if you stick around, buddy, as Delight is going to go over the wall. Does have the ignite there, and Viper with the volley will be able to lock that one down. Targamas, like we said before, it's going to be hard for him to be able to do anything, as the Deadly Flourish not really that
Mountain Drake away from a Mountain Soul.
Well, some chains are going to connect here, as Cannon Barrage is going to be used by Zeka, and he...
Casey are going to send everybody top, but we'll
is it enough? That's the question. As the Winter's Wrath goes wide, they do manage to land that Glacial Prison, and Zeka going to buy some time by breaking this arm guard of his. And it should be enough here, as he's got a Glacial Prison of his own, and now he's bought enough time for the rest of his team to turn up. Delight comes in with the ultimate. Targamas with the Magnustorm going to try and get something done. Delight already dead in this fight. And now Zeus with the counter-strike, going to be able to take down Targamas first, and Yike, no damage back here, as Zeka should be able to hold him in place and take him down. It's another one, godlike now for this Sylas, as Vladdy does get his shield back. Otacon going down. And this teleport is going to get Zeka over here, and Canna, we saw what happened last time.
Man! Just one turret!
I don't know whether that's going to be allowed. He eats some oranges, but I just don't know whether he's going to be K, guys. I don't think he's going to be K. Legendary now for Zeka, as this is getting difficult.
On Yike.
Gave Sejuani a little scratch on the butt there.
Yeah, he certainly did. Now, another curtain call going to come through, as there's a Magnustorm as well. Zeka taking a lot of damage, but goes golden to get away from the Glacial Prison. Down goes the set once again, but that's kind of been Delight's job so far. This series is into the backline. Goes Zeus, he's finding everyone with his counter-strike. Now Canna being pushed away. Vladdy died at some point in that skirmish. Yike, and the rest of... I mean, this is a mission.
He's going to get out.
Well, let's see whether he can.
He's fine.
He's outsmarted them. Yeah, nicely done. Targamas in this 1v2... Okay, Zeus doesn't know how to take damage. Yike does manage to land an ulti here, as we can see. Is Zeka going to be able to turn into the Sejuani, picks up the ult. He's legendary again. And Zeus is continuing this onslaught. And if I was Callis, I would just have no idea what to do. Like, what are you supposed to do? Give him the thumbs up. Maybe that's just the rule. There's Vladdy going to turn up there as well. Zeus inside the enemy base. Delight going to be moving on over as well.
Tower.
Yeah.
We're on the board. Kana takes the tower.
Well, Zeka has found Vladdy again. Chaos Storm sort of everywhere. Flash out, and Delight just does the walk up and ignite maneuver. Yeah. Kingslayer gets a whole bunch of health back. Not going to be able to land the chain here, as the Cannon Barrage will help take him down. Callis there with the 4th shot to the back of the head. So they get the shot down. The legendary Zeka is dead, and it's a 12,000 gold lead. Facebreaker comes on through here onto Targamas. And Peanut turns up. He says, I'm still very legendary.
He hasn't died yet, by the way. Peanut now winning the KDA battle.
Yeah, nailing it. Although, actually, Zeka is now definable as far as KDA is concerned. Canna is going to get audaciously charged at here by Peanut. Flashes out of the way of the arrow. But this is now minions attacking Nexus turrets. I think game number 3 is done and dusted, as HLE will move to match point here in this best of 5. And have now the opportunity to become our first stand champions with another win in this series.
That with the ask for Peanut inting.
I mean, yeah,
they a little bit more. Not going to be the case.
They're playing with it.
It's going to be Delight on yet another pick. Going to be the Gragas here, and I gotta imagine that they did know that Renata was coming, and the cost does have a lot of value into
maybe 3, but maybe it's only 2. I don't know. Like,
I thought you were going to go with, like, 5.
Spots everyone out here, as they do eventually move over. Can take the body slam, of course, as Peanut's moving in as well.
What is he doing?
I don't know. He's sort of just auto-moving into the brush. He's going to be lit on fire. There's that ignite that you were talking about, as he flashes over the wall. Yike now as well in a really weird position. First blood goes over to Peanut. Yike is going to have to flash, but the immediate follow is there from Zeus, who might be starting the game with another one. Yep, there we go. The hook shot comes off this time around. Hasn't been the case at all, and he's been doing just fine. As Delight going to find a body slam, and Canna going to be delivered to the hook shot. Nowhere that he can go, and that is
just down for as long as humanly possible. You can't let him just farm against the Galio.
Wow, that sidestep was absolutely absurd. The charm going to connect onto Kana as well. Throws down the ulti though, and Zeka taking a lot of damage. Heroic entrance as well, but it's not enough. Peanut is able to lock down the kill before the gargoyle arrives. Does get the... Oh, he was thinking about going for a bit of a back here and possibly baited in, as there's the body slam flash from Delight. Put into the Hextech ultimatum, and Canna
nails the engage, knocks him back in a tower, and there's just no chance
the bash
for him.
bros.
Oh dear. Remember, cease and desist still available as the Vault Breaker even lands. He flashes, but cease and desist says no justice for you, my friend. And he's taken down.
Hard. It's desperation hours.
Oh, Callist, if he dies here, it could just all be over, and he is definitely dead. Peanut. There's fists were made for talking as Yike now also in trouble. Delight with the body slam comes through. Zeus turns up as well. Connect there and the thumbs up. A little bit of a worry as the charm is going to bring Targamas through the base gate as another taunt is going to connect, but it's even Delight that seems too tanky. He's going to withdraw.
No kills have been found, no turrets have been found.
Oh, Kana is dead. But there's another fight going on here as we can see. Double body slam. There's a gorgeous cask as Delight lined him up, put him exactly where he wanted him, and no bailout is going to be enough. Moving on over. It's very early in this game, so it's not likely to be just the end as the inhibitor does survive somehow. Justice Punch onto Zeka. The taunt is going to connect as well. Kaliss moving over, lands the stand aside, but he's charmed as the flash finally is used, and the Whirling Death is just wide. But there's the Winds of War to come on through. The immediate heroic exit here for Vladdy at the same time. It's Kaliss with the bailout. Is going to take down Zeus. And cease and desist. I don't know about that one, Peanut. That was really a little bit of an overstep. And you're right, it's only Peanut that's kind of in there. Viper finally comes back and starts hitting it with some orders. In goes Zeus, and Yike unable to get the steal, but they're still able to get the kill onto Peanut. The answer is going to be there in Kana. He now has that ulti on cooldown. Zeus taxis in, kills. Teleport is optimistic from Zeus. Let's see whether this 1v2 is going to work out. He is level 17. And there is a heroic entrance, so with 3 people it might work out. Not timing the Hextech ultimatum just right here, but the rest of HLE are going to turn up. The bailout onto Canna is going to be able to keep him alive, but he's dead immediately afterwards, and Viper says, enough of this silly business. I'm looking to try and win the game with double siege minions. Both of these Nexus turrets are going to die. Vladdy going golden, but he can't defend as the hostile takeover is fantastic, but he does have the Featherstorm still. Avoiding the feathers, though, is Vladdy. Can he get more here as Targamas is chasing after him, and Viper, man against the world, he's going to be able to take down Targamas, but there he goes, Comet Spear to take... Yeah, Yike is certainly off on a flank angle here as the Grand Starfall to get him in, but the immediate body slam to delay it. Viper just pulls back the feathers, there's a dead Pantheon, the 2-man body slam is gorgeous! As the defensive ulti from Vladdy is trying to get things done. Hostile takeover is going to connect onto Zeka, but he goes golden in the nick of time. Targamas hit by the feathers, and now Zeus turns up, and all of KC are going to be on the floor. Their last dance in this first stand as HLE are looking to take down the Nexus for the 3rd time in this best of 5 and become your first stand champions.
And
fearless style.
They certainly do. But in our trophy ceremony presented by Mercedes-Benz, HLE will lift an international trophy for the very first time. Peanut has been, of course, able to lift it, but with a different team, with SKT back in the day.